Welcome
Welcome.
back to Shade in the City. We are coming to give you our review of the newest franchise of the Real Housewives of Dubai, the city of gold, people. And I have decided that if I don't get my passport for no other reason, I need to do it today so I can be ready when hopefully Lisa sends me an invitation over to Dubai. So yeah, y'all, I am ready to get into the new season, the new cast, meet our ladies. Please make sure that you hit that like button as you're coming in.
And that subscribe button.
And let's get right into it. And I need a refill, but yeah, let's.
So I was doing while you were talking.
Right.
See, it didn't. The ladies are introducing Dubai. Apparently, it started in 1966, and it really was just sand dunes, and now it is beautiful and plenty of high rises.
Luxurious.
Yes. They say that there's 12% of the local population that make up Dubai.
Look at Nell's getting her facts, her statistics. Go ahead, girl.
And the other 88% is expats, which, is someone who lives outside of their native country. So we're introduced to Sarah, who absolutely loves living in Dubai. She said she would never live anywhere else. And she's is a mother of one and a tech entrepreneur. What was that?
She's Emirati. They give everybody's nationality.
Okay, then I missed that. Yeah. Then we meet Chanel Ayan. She goes by Ayan, but of course I had to say Chanel.
She's Kenyan.
She's Kenyan, and she's a mother of one as well. And Dubai's first Black supermodel.
And she, let me tell you, the attitude, we're going to call her Ayan. Apparently nobody calls her Chanel, but the energy that Ayan is giving real Naomi Campbell. That's all I'm saying.
She said that there is gold everywhere.
And a lot of gold diggers.
Come to Dubai and see the money, Habibi. But don't try to steal her style because she is the style. Okay. And then there's Caroline, who's British.
Caroline Stansbury.
Yes. Yes, because there's two of them. She's Caroline Stansbury.
And we're going to call them by their last name, so we don't even have no problems. So Stansbury is white Caroline.
Yeah. She's a mother of three, as well as an entrepreneur and an aspiring hotelier. She also says anything is possible in Dubai. People come there all the time to reinvent themselves. She said that she's been there nearly 6 years and she loves the opportunities she's had in America, but no, it's not like Dubai. No, in America, she is one of the million, and in Dubai, she is one of one. Okay. Nina, who is a Lebanese American mother of three, influencer and CEO, says she has you've basically never clearly been to Dubai if you think the women there are submissive. And I'm not gonna lie, because that's what I thought as well.
Well, right.
She said, and clearly, look, I've never been. She introduces us to the other ladies. She says she's known Lisa about 7 or 8 years now, who is best friends with Ayan. And all three of them get along well together, but Stansbury and her are very close, but it's a totally different story between her and Lisa and Ayan. Okay, now Sarah is new to the group, but apparently she can fit in anywhere. And I did notice that Sarah's kind of the shit. We're introduced to Brooks, which is the other Caroline. She is the Black Caroline. She's Caroline. She is American. She's a divorced mom of one. She's also an entrepreneur and spa enthusiast. Now, she says her friends depend on the day. You know, the day of the week, she, I guess, I don't know if it's her or the friends, okay? She says women who thrive there are brave, outspoken, and confident because it's a city where you have to demand what you want. And, it's just like America, just a different tax bracket. It says the most fire thing about Dubai is she's a Jamaican American, and it's her. She's the most fire thing about Dubai. She's a mother of 3 as well as a maternity fashion designer. I thought
And
that was
just a
actually pretty
baddie.
dope.
She's just a baddie.
She says Dubai is a melting pot of all types of people from all walks of life, and says the most amazing thing is that they all live in harmony. So I'm guessing maybe the crime rate is not high there.
So we see Chanel Ayan and her son, Taj. She is on a photo shoot in the desert. She tells us in 4 different languages how bad of a bitch she really is. I said, okay. Now, she's as we know, the first Black supermodel in Dubai. She's traveled with a whole bunch of names. The only one that I even pronounced was Cartier. Right.
Versace, Dolce & Gabbana.
Oh, you got those. Okay.
She says she's not bragging, but she is the best of the best that there is. I said, well.
Okay. One of her stylists joked and asked if she's had a nose job. And she says, how do you think I afforded a nose job from my village? And I was like, well, at least she's humble. And I can appreciate that. She said that she left her village in Kenya 18 years ago with her husband. She had no clue about modeling or ever wanting to model. And then, I believe they moved to America, or did they move to Dubai?
I thought they moved to Dubai. You're talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, I felt like they were in America first and then they moved to Dubai. Maybe I'm wrong. So her designer friend, thanks her for being so dramatic, but apparently I think he was the one that kind of introduced her to the game.
I believe so too.
Put her on with all the designers. So, she got her big break. As you know, we do 90 Day Fiance, y'all. So everybody wants to come over here and be a model, and Ayan apparently lucked up. So now, she said she is a very different mom than her mom. She said her son is her best friend. And when her husband is away, she will allow her son to skip school so they can spend time together and just do little things together. And she just feels like the quality time is more important. And
you know what I thought was dope? So they were playing a hand game named Bouchi.
Oh, yes.
And she said that she learned it in her village in Africa. And I was looking at it and it actually looked like old numbers. I wanted to call my mom and have her look at it. It looked like it was old numbers. And I just learned that in New York. But it looked like it was old numbers, the hand game that she was playing, but she called it Bouchi.
And see, it looked like Miss Mary Mac to me, but
no, seriously, when she was doing it, I was like I could have did it with her.
Oh, look, something I don't know, Shade Squad. We see Caroline. Oh, I'm sorry, Stansberry. We see Stansberry and her
pissy ass dog.
And her pissy dog and her sexy boy toy soon to be husband.
I was about to say we're not gonna call him boy toy because that is her husband. But
yeah. She texts Cheryl, her housekeeper, downstairs, or Cheryl, her housekeeper downstairs, to ask for peanut butter smoothies with collagen. I said, it must be nice to just not even have to get out of bed and have somebody serve you. I guess that comes with the lifestyle in Dubai. That's why I need to go. She said she was in Dubai 7 years ago. Huh?
It comes with the money too. You got to have the money.
I'm manifesting, okay? Anyway.
Manifest on.
Manifest getting to Dubai and ain't got no money. So she said she moved to Dubai 7 years ago, set herself up, and then ended up getting a divorce. We learned her partner, Sergio, is 27 and closer to her daughter's age than hers. She said she was going through a midlife crisis when she met Sergio. I was like, oh, okay. Now Nina comes over to see Stansberry. They've known each other since Stansberry has moved to Dubai. Nina says she found Stansberry to be standoffish, where Stansberry found her to be a bit boring. And we'll get into that.
What's funny to me is Stansberry said that she didn't come off judgy, that Nina didn't come off judgy, but Nina was clearly judging her.
Right. So they've gotten to know each other. They actually like each other. Pretty much, Stansberry believes underneath the prim and proper exterior, she's actually a wild child. Now, Stansberry and Sergio apparently decided to run off and get married at Mauritius, I believe, or Mauritius, something like that. I don't even know what that is, y'all. Drop down in the comments, let us know, because we know you will.
So Caroline talks to Nina.
Stansberry.
She actually doesn't want to be called Stansberry. She made that very clear. She said that's her surname. Caroline. So she is talking about her hen party, which is British slang for a bachelorette party. And, she lets Nina know about it. And she says that this is really Sergio's thing because she already had a wedding. She really don't care. But she feels that he wants validation so people can see that, he's not a boy toy. And she thinks that's very noble. Now, Nina notices that there's a difference with Sergio. She feels like, Caroline is
happier. She even looks younger.
And she's even starting to look younger, being around her little young boy toy. And he gonna be here. He's there for the hen party. He like, look, ain't nobody taking my sugar mama.
Okay.
She got too many friends. He don't even want no bachelor. He don't even want no bachelor party. He don't want no bachelor party. He will be there.
Said, I'ma stick beside the money. Where the money reside, where the money reside.
Where the money reside.
Now we are at Miss Lisa's house. And you know what's so crazy? Because the home gave me Miami vibes, like Miami, California vibes. But I guess and they talk about that, but I guess we all assume Dubai, everybody has mansions, right? And I guess in their world, that probably is a mansion as much as it costs. But still a beautiful home. No shade, Lisa. Anyway, so we see her at her home with her boys in the pool, and she's actually having ice brought in because it is currently 103 degrees in Dubai. The ice delivery costs $1,200. Would let you know they got some bread.
She says that
I would have went right in my refrigerator and took all my ice trays and dumped the bitches out and filled them up and put them back
Aren't
in.
They big blocks of ice?
Yes.
She says in Dubai, everything is one phone call away.
Right.
So this is normal, I guess, having ice delivered.
Go ahead.
I was saying, so this must be normal, just having ice delivered. Just
right.
Throw it in my pool for me.
We see her husband, Rich, which he's a nice looking man. Okay. Lisa, though.
Did you see that back in the day picture? It was Sunday night at live.
Oh yeah, it was. Yes. Okay, let me get into that. So we learned that her husband, Rich, has been very successful in the finance industry. They met at Live on a Sunday. I guess they didn't make it to King of Diamonds Monday. Or
she said, she said,
But if you know, you know.
Exactly.
And we used to live in Miami, so we know. So yes, she said the rest is history. They met 10 years ago. They've been together ever since. She jokes how all three of their kids have different accents, which I thought.
And they really do. It was adorable.
We learned that the kids are Jamaican American as well as British. She introduces the kids, Maximilian, which is 9, Sebastian, who's 7, and Christian, who's 2. And they are all very beautiful little boys. So she's definitely a boy mom. She said that she loves her kid, that her kids are multicultural, and feels that Dubai is a safe place for little Black boys, and that is why she's still there. We learned that she also has a fashion line, which she started when she was pregnant. It's Mina Rowe, I believe is the name of her clothing line.
I believe you're right.
But she did this because she couldn't find any cute, fashionable maternity wear. But yeah, she's just a very beautiful girl, and she seems like she has a very good attitude. And I'm here for Lisa so far. She don't seem too messy. But then we get into Brooks, our other Caroline, and meet her son Adam, who was 9, who was out in the pool. We learned that she is actually from Newton, Massachusetts, which is right outside of Boston. She said what originally brought her to Dubai was her ex-husband, Adam's father, Zoran. And they were married for 7.5 years. She said that in her divorce, the only thing she wanted was her child. So she chose to walk away with nothing. Zip, zilch, nada, nothing. In order to get that. So she said that Adam is her determination, and she was going to rise to the top no matter what. She said that she lives in 2 neighborhoods right now in Dubai. She has a 1-bedroom condo in I can't name the spot. The big building that they always talk about.
Something Khalifa?
Yeah.
Burj Khalifa.
Burj Khalifa, yeah. So she has a 1-bedroom condo there.
And she said, you know, a lot of people come there thinking that it's going to be mansions, and, you know, they think that it's small, but she says a 1-bedroom in the Burj Khalifa is 1.3 mil. And she says you can get a whole estate
in Atlanta.
In Atlanta for that.
Right.
Well.
So she said that she's done real estate in Dubai for about 7.5 years, but her dream is to be an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. So that's Brooks.
She belongs in the Guinness Book of World Records because, you know, she's from Boston. She's in Dubai. She's divorced, raising her child, and she feels like she is historic. She's breaking barriers, okay, and building an empire. Girl.
Be a trendsetter.
So Lisa is meeting up with Ayan for lunch. They met 6 years ago, and she was one of Lisa's first models. She says that it's very hard to find Black models, and she is the model of all models in that region, okay? Ayan already told us, okay? Don't need no facts.
In 4 different languages.
Right? In 4 different languages. Ayan says Lisa is a girl. She loves her so much. Basically, she would cry talking about how much she loves Lisa, but she's too cute to mess up her makeup. So she ain't gonna do it. Lisa is still going. Ayan asked Lisa if she's still going with her to Hermes. Lisa tells her she can't make it because she needs to go to Stanberry's bachelorette party. Ayan is feeling some type of way. She's like, we've been planning this for years, and you choosing that over come with me to Hermes? She's like, well, I mean, you only get married once or twice. And Ayan is not feeling it. So Brooks calls Lisa on FaceTime, was it FaceTime? Or no, just on the phone. I'm sorry. It was just phone.
Okay.
And she wants to talk shit about Ayan. Little does she know Ayan is sitting right across the goddamn table. Oh my goodness. Did you hear? Ayan's not invited to Stanberry's hen party. Oh no, I didn't know. I'll talk to her when I see her. Ayan is like, I'm right here. We having lunch. I'm right here. Why are we playing games with this bitch who's on the phone talking shit about me? And, you know, Brooks is extremely messy. She's just basically like, you know, I think she'll feel left out if she's not invited and everyone else is. And listen, Miss Ayan is not here for it.
Not today.
So Lisa kind of feels like she's in the middle. She says that they're both her friends and, they've become like family. So she hates when Brooks and she said Chanel are fighting because it puts her in the middle and she tries not to choose sides, but she says she is always team Chanel.
Oh,
And Chanel basically tells her, look, I'm petty. Okay. And we can play ticks for toots. Ticks for toots, right? She's like, no, honey, it's tick for tat. Tick for tat.
now we see Caroline and Sergio. They are on in a beautiful, amazing yacht. Like amazing. She wanted to have a small hen night. So apparently it's limited, access or occupancy.
Only the important people.
Right. Sergio we learned, wasn't interested in having a bachelor party. She said her first marriage, she was in her early 20s and got thrown out of Hogs and Heifers, which takes some doing. We see Brooks and Lisa arrive to the party. She said that Brooke says that her reputation is up and down. She said some people think she's cool, others think she's a raging bitch. Now, Brooke says she rocks with her. Lisa says she knows Caroline through social media. She prefers to keep her circle small. And then Brooks, we see her complaining because they, I guess, want them to take their shoes off when they get on the yacht. And she's upset because there's no one there to help her. And she jokes about, well, what is the budget? And I was like, well, maybe they should have thought about that. Someone to help take off shoes. Y'all got maids and everything else for. I'm just saying.
Who can't take off their own goddamn shoes?
Hey, those look like I think they were the ones that go up your leg. That's
actually why. She was the one that said hers was easy because they just spiral around. She just.
So we see Nina arrive next. The girls joke, where are the strippers? And joke about Sergio being the only man at a bachelorette. Somebody brings up Ion and that they miss her. I believe this was Lisa. And asks where she is. Brooke says she's fine with her not being there.
I thought it was Nina.
Right. She asks, does Ion have a problem with her? She hasn't called her in a month and has iced her.
For no reason, apparently.
They've apparently known each other for 2 years. She said normally when Ion walks into a room, her garment comes first. Then it's the feathers that hit you in the mouth. And then her wig trails in after her. I said, well, damn. She said that, and the wig has shifted about 3 inches off her forehead by the time she gets in. I said, damn, Brooks, you shady. She said that they have a good and bad relationship. It's usually good when she's quiet, and it's usually bad when she's squealing. So they play these cute wedding games. We learned that they could. Right. We learned that they couldn't do a regular bachelorette, or as we would probably do it over here in America, such as strippers and, because it's illegal.
Straws, she said. She said it's either not available or illegal.
Right. And they also talk about how even though you can drink when you're out at restaurants and things of that nature, it's basically it's heavily controlled. So it's not like you can just walk into 7-Eleven and get you a bottle of wine. They ain't flowing like that.
But she says what happens on the ocean stays on the ocean.
Okay. Float on, float on.
So Nina takes her family to the Dubai frame, which we find out was built in 2013, and it is 50 stories high. Nina has her 3 children with her, her 8-year-old daughter, Noi, her 6-year-old son, Ion, and 9-year-old daughter, Sophia. She says she was born in Lebanon, but grew up in Austin, Texas, and lived there, all her life. She said she doesn't even know what her life was before children. I feel like that's most of us. They just kind of just consume our entire life and we just forget who we were. We meet Sarah and her son, Maktoum, who is 6.
Mm-hmm.
She tells the kids, basically, we are getting over our fears and we are going to do this. And look fear in the eyes, because this is a high ass building. Okay.
You're stupid.
Nina says she loves Sarah's energy and she has this attitude, like, she knows who she is and she's traditional, she's like a traditional Arab woman,
But she's also a rebel.
She's also a rebel. And she says she's proud of being a Muslim, but, she's like a fusion between her culture and her religion. Basically, she says she dresses how she wants. You don't have to come there completely dressed up like the Islamic women.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all kind of believe that you have to dress up when you go to Dubai. She says she dressed how she wanted to dress, but her clothing looks still very respectful, still very nice.
Right.
It's just very stylish.
That's why she said it's a fusion, and I could see how she's still fashionable, but she's still covered, but she's fashionable.
Mm-hmm. She says she was divorced twice and has her son from her first marriage. Another culture divorce is not accepted, but she ain't staying in no marriage. She refused
to be unhappy in a marriage.
And she says her son needs to see a happy mom. So I thought it was cool. It was kind of like she was giving the kids like a lesson. She shows them to one side of the frame and shows them this is the old Dubai and this is the new Dubai. And, just giving them the history, giving them the rundown. I thought it was kind of dope. And Sarah says she teaches her son Arabic and English.
But he speaks mostly English because that's how he is learning English in education.
And Nina's kids don't want to learn none of that. None of that. Nina tells Sarah that she plans to have a dinner and she has rented out the rooftop and there will be the view of the Burj Khalifa. And she is scheduling it for a full moon, because she says she's going to have her crystals and everything got to zhuzh.
Right. So we have Nina. She outside burning her sage. We see her beautiful, amazing setup.
It is beautiful.
For her dinner. She has her crystals pointed towards the moon. She says that being from Austin, Texas, which is kind of a hippie town spiritually, she feels like crystals, make her happy. So Brooks arrives first in her pastel. This is what I was saying to y'all earlier. I said,
yeah, she said she understood the assignment.
She understood the assignment. However, everyone else comes and clearly didn't get the assignment. So, yeah, Brooks comes first. We learned that she lived in the Burj Khalifa as well, which we all know is the tallest building in the world. Brooks talks about how she can't wait to meet Sarah, and Sarah walks in, and Lisa follows after. Brooks noticed that I said that. Then in walks Ion. She walks up to Stansberry and she says hello. And Caroline says, my name is Caroline. And she says, Caroline, Stansberry, it's the same thing. And she's like, no, one is my first name, one is my surname. So we see Brooks in the confessional making fun of Ion and is mimicking her, talking about how beautiful she is. She does come in and give herself her own entrance. I will say that. Like, I'm surprised she didn't come with like a boombox on her shoulder, like to give her runway music or whatever. They talk about, then they're sitting at the table and they're trying to have what seems like a decent dinner. After, there's already a little tension between Stansberry and Ion. They start talking about stripper names. And not Brooks, Stansberry says her stripper name is Muffin Beale. Now, she explains that it would be the first name of your first pet and your mother's maiden name.
It sounds like some she saw off of Facebook.
Right. Then Lisa brings up pole fit and trying to get the ladies on board and, oh, we should really take a class. It's very respectful. And Stansbury says, you know, I don't see me doing it, but I would go just to see this little thing, pointing to Nina do it. And I said, I could definitely, I think she would have fun. I think she needs to be open-minded. They talk about Stansbury dance moves at the hen party, and apparently she's a bouncer. She's bouncing around, jumping. Yeah, that's what she was giving.
Are you surprised?
What happened?
I said, are you surprised?
No. Ion is visibly uncomfortable. Ion finally asked, why are they talking about something that she wasn't a part of? And I will say that was kind of tight rude. It's hard, like when everyone else is invited, you know what I mean? Like that
it's like they were doing it purposely to be rude.
But they point out Sarah also wasn't there. And she's like, I don't care. I said, oh.
But was Sarah not invited?
Nina tries to cleanse the energy. And Stansbury says there's no way because she can't bear Ion. So then Ion gets upset and says basically she doesn't give a shit and she doesn't really know her.
She said she don't want to get to know her.
And she doesn't want to get to know her.
Well, no, Stansbury said that.
Oh, Lord. Sarah says that it was her special night. And why would she choose this moment to discuss this? Ion says, Sarah is talking to her and basically like, well, this was Stansbury's special night. So of course, like we're talking about it and celebrating. And she was like, everyone has special moments in their life. She was like, I don't care. I don't want to talk about it. She doesn't want to know. So Ion then acts like she wants to make a toast and then addresses Brooks about bringing up the fact that she was not invited to the event. And you told me I wasn't important enough to be there. And then Lisa.
And that's what Stansbury told you.
Right. And then Lisa brings up in the confessional that she feels like Brooks might be being a little messy.
But just a little bit. So it seems like now the issue at hand is the 7:30 a.m. phone call that Brooks made to Ion and whether or not Stansbury said it or not. Stansbury actually seems unbothered. Like, I know I didn't say it, so I'm not getting in the middle of that shit. And, you know, they go back and forth, Ion and Brooks, they go back and forth for a little bit, talking about wigs and scarecrows. And Nina tries to sage the area. And she said this
she realized the sage didn't work.
Sage didn't work. And she tells them, look, we don't need to do this shit during my dinner. Like, and Sarah says, you can argue as much as you want, but everything has class, even arguing. Like, y'all ain't showing it right now. And Brooke says, you know what? I did say that comment. And it wasn't from Caroline. Basically, that she just said it. So she admitted that she was just trying to get her pissed off and trying to get her hot. And Ion knows that she gets joy and gets a kick out of pissing her off.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our first review of Real Housewives of Dubai. Please make sure if you have not already that you hit that like button,
you comment,
you subscribe,
and you hit the notification bell.
And we will catch you next week for another review of The Real Housewives of Dubai.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe.